What are words? The function of words is to share an idea or a feeling. Ideas, concepts, and feelings are important. They connect people, develop relationships, which is probably why women love words. The problem with the ideas I will share with you tonight is that I will be using words. You see, my topic is the Shofar, and the Shofar is something that is beyond words. Words are designed to communicate, yet sometimes words are not enough. For one thing, words can often be misconstrued. At that moment, it is crucial to pay attention to the voice expressing the words. Words are not enough. Sometimes there is a moment that is primal, deep. At that moment, you need something more than words. Actually, you need something less than words. Words are not enough. A cry, the cry of a shofar, is above seichel. It's way beyond words. When a person is experiencing a moment of pure joy or pure sorrow, they instinctively let out a laugh or a cry, and that sound is more instinctive and more true to the moment than the most eloquent speech anyone could put together. There's a classic story told to illustrate this point. A young lost child raised amongst kind people who were not of his faith one day found out that he was a Jew. This child traveled to Shul to celebrate in the holiest days of the year, but he found that he could not read the most intricate texts. He couldn't participate in a style of worship that he had never seen before. Yet he wanted to connect. He felt a strong closeness to Hashem, and he expressed it with the most powerful way he knew how. Kukuriku, he called out, Kukuriku. His heartfelt cry pierced the very heavens, opening a pathway for the tefillas of the entire congregation. This is the shofar. The sound of the shofar is a simple sound. That simplicity is far beyond anything that intellect grasps. It's simply above seichel. Listening to my voice is sometimes more than listening to my words. So let's have a look at some of the examples of this concept within the text of the Rosh Hashana tefillas. In Musaf, we read 3 sections, split by the sound of the shofar. We're going to look at the shofar section. The psukim are varied, taken from the early instances of the shofar at Matan Torah all the way through their use in the time of the Beis Hamikdash and the final blowing at the time of Mashiach. Hallelu b'teka shofar. This is a pasuk we know from Tehillim and from Hallel. It featuring in this section of davening. In this pasuk, we see joy being expressed through the medium of the shofar. At Matan Torah, v'yehi b'kol shofar halech v'chazak ma'ai. Here, the sound of the shofar grows and becomes louder, heralding an important event and bringing awe to the hearts of the observers. Again, a sound that expresses a deep emotion. Later on in the section of shofars, we see reference to the shofar being used to herald the greatest call of all. Vayhi b'yamahu yitaka b'shofar gadol, and it'll be on that day where a great shofar will be blown. Uvao aibtem eretz Ashur, and the lost ones will come from the land of Ashur, v'hanidach me'eretz Mitzrayim, and the distant ones from the land of Mitzrayim, v'yishtachvu l'Hashem b'har kadosh b'Yerushalayim, and they will bow down to Hashem in Yerushalayim. That is the day when the shofar will be sounded and the lost ones will return to Eretz Yisrael. Again, the shofar is signaling an important event, one that will change life as we know it. So in short, that concept was the shofar is a deep cry to signal intense emotions. But there's more to it. There's one view that Rosh Hashana is a judgment day. Teshuvah, then, is a method to avoid punishment. So I want to make sure that I've got stuff on this side of the scale and on that side of the scale. In that perspective, then, my goal of Rosh Hashana is to get rewarded, to get into the book of life. The only way to do so is via tshuva. My thoughts would then look something like this. I'd like some health, a bit of money, nachas, something else for me, something else for me, something else for me. But there's got to be something deeper about Rosh Hashana. Rosh Hashana is Hayom Tchilas Ma'asecha. This is the day of the beginning of Hashem's work. Simply, the world was created, but more than that. This is the day where Hashem takes a step back into the pre-world zone and says, is this the world I really want? Not because we're bad, but simply bordering on insignificant, like a speck of dust in comparison with the real estate mongol's property listings. Now the judgment is more. And it's not just if you or I will have a good year. Rather, will Hashem continue to interest himself in the speck of dust that we call the universe? Will the world even cease to exist altogether? The biggest thing we can do in our relationship with Hashem is connect to Him totally. A friend of mine had an opportunity to choose to continue with the shidduch, to move into, or to go on a tour this summer. Decided on the tour, and guess what happened? The shidduch was called off. Because if you have more important things, then it's just not going to work out. And that's what we need to do for our relationship with us and Hashem. Have a strong, total connection. That is the idea of the call of the shofar. It's something that has no words. It's not a sophisticated instrument. It's a primal cry. Hashem, we are yours. Rosh Hashana is a time when Hashem wants to hear from us. He wants to hear that He is our first priority. It's not a time to be completely focused on all our physical needs, our whole laundry list of needs, but rather to step back and look at the bigger picture. Will this relationship continue? Will Hashem continue to take interest in us in the world? Judgment is an amazing thing because Hashem judging us shows that He's taking an interest in us. If there's an interest in us, then guess what? We are already happy. Let us commit ourselves to Hashem with a simple cry, with the sounds of the shofar. I would just like to conclude with a bracha that we should have a blossoming, wonderful, beautiful relationship with Hashem, a relationship where we're totally committed, where it's simple and beautiful with a strong call of the shofar. May we merit to see that again soon. V'tak of a shofar gadol l'chereseinu. Again, a quote from this section of the Tefillas and Rosh Hashana, where the great shofar will sound, and we will culminate in those days speedily now.